Bro, this is low-key nasty, bro, but this shit started like dripping down the seat, and I ain't gonna lie, make a long story short, gang, I low-key, when my stop got there, I just stood up and walked out, bro. Like, piss dripping down my legs and shit, piss all in the seat, gang.
Today, I ventured into the wondrous world of VRChat. I asked complete strangers to share their most embarrassing, cursed, and downright wild stories. So sit back, grab some popcorn, and enjoy. And hey, I won't lie, this video was a bit of a pain to make at times.
Can you suck my dick?
Okay. So, if you enjoyed it, help your boy out and drop a quick sub or a like. It's completely free. And if you regret it later, you can always unsubscribe. What is your, most embarrassing story? Or, most wild story?
Embarrassing story. Ooh, yeah, keep chasing the girl that didn't want me. That was embarrassing. I mean, me and this girl had dated in the past, right? And we had it was a really bad relationship. Like, she was mentally abusive and shit. She cussed me out. A horrible woman. But my stupid ass thought, if I give it a second chance, I'll be good. And we had started talking again. And we had started flirting and shit. But then she kind of started distancing herself a lot. And I kept pursuing it. I kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And then I just ended up embarrassing myself in the end, dude. She just treated me like shit. It's a long story, but other than that, I don't really do shit that embarrasses me that much. She was in the beginning she was this really sweet Australian girl, and I kind of fell for her from her voice, and she had a really soft-spoken, sweet voice, and I loved her accent. And that's kind of what made me want to pursue her in the first place. I didn't know she was a evil human being at that time, though.
Alright, so there's this guy that I have a fat crush on in uni, and I haven't seen him in a while, and I once saw him in the parking, and I was in my driver's seat. I was in my car, yeah. I was about to pull out. So when I saw him, I wanted to, do this, kind of cool move that I'm following him with my car. And I was leaving the parking. And I accidentally went over the pavement. And I broke a part of my car in front of him. His friend ended up coming and helping me. And the piece literally fell on the ground. A piece of my car just fell on the ground in front of him. Because of my dumbass. That's it. I never saw him again. Thank God.
I catfished this guy once. Me and my friends were playing Siege, and he kept messaging one of my female friends, really creepy, weird stuff, and he asked for her Discord. So she gave him mine, and I made my Discord look like an e-girl, and I talked to this guy for 3 hours. Then I video called him. It was pretty funny. I also found out where he lives, what school he went to, his full legal name, his mother's full legal name, what his home address is, what his father's name is, where his father went to school, who his father's best friend was, who his best friend was. Yeah, it's pretty easy. He said his Discord name is his full legal name. There's a lot you can find with that. He was the biggest chud ever. That was level 900 chud. It was crazy. He immediately blocked me on everything for some reason. I don't know why. We were having a wonderful conversation.
Okay, so all my life, I'm 19 by the way, I had only one boyfriend, okay? And I was with that man for 7 years. And we were doing the deed, But he had a roommate, okay? But his roommate was I don't know, somewhere far away. And we were doing the deed, and we had some fun, some roleplay and shit. And he comes, we could not hear him because I wasn't quiet. And the motherfucker was he opened the door, and just stand there like for 5 to 10 minutes just watching us. And then he said something, and like we peek and we see that motherfucker just watching. He was thinking that we were pranking him. That motherfucker just watched us doing the deed. I was under him, he was on top of me, and we had fun and shit. I'm petite, and he was tall and built. He was built, okay, bro. And the fact that I was naked, okay. I was naked. He was naked. We were, you know, pretty hard. I was screaming. I was having my best time. And when I say roleplay, I mean like, he will ask me, "Oh, you like it and shit and stuff." Yeah, that was embarrassing as fuck.
When I was like in middle school, I mean, nothing's really bad happened to me. It's just like I threw rubber on the ground and some kids slipped and I got detention for like 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure he like broke his index finger, something like that. He like kicked his feet up in there when he fell. I don't know. That middle school was bugging.
Embarrassing, I could definitely tell you, but I was like a kid though, so I don't know if it really like registered as embarrassment. But I ain't even gonna lie, this is it's kind of crazy. I don't know, it's crazy for me, right? Coming from the third person, I don't know how it's gonna sound, but being in that situation was ass, bro. But anyway, I ain't gonna lie, I was in like second grade gang, and I remember I lived like 35 to 40 minutes away from like where I went to school at the time, because I grew up in Mississippi, so like certain schools were just really far away from certain like housing areas, I guess. But either way, bro, I was probably in like first or second grade. Like I got a photographic memory, so I don't remember everything about it, but I just remember like this shit happening, right? But anyway, I was on the way back from school, and it's the afternoon, it's hot as hell, and I was probably like 10 minutes from my house, bro. Like I want to say maybe even 5. I just remember I was close, bro, but I had to piss, gang. Like since I left school, I overly had to piss like hella bad. But I was just a kid, bro. I wasn't thinking about that shit. Like I was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna piss type shit. But anyway, bro, that shit did not happen, bro. Like 5-10 minutes before like we even like, you know what I'm saying, got to my drop off point, gang. I just low key, I just remember pissing on myself, bro. I don't remember what I was thinking or like what led up to it, bro, but I remember pissing on myself. And if you know, like American school bus seats are like all like flat ass leather, so that shit not gonna absorb nothing, gang. That shit started like dripping. Bro, this is low key nasty, bro, but this shit started like dripping down the seat. And I ain't gonna lie, make a long story short, gang, I low key, when my stop got there, I just stood up and walked out, bro. Like piss dripping down my legs and shit, piss all in the seat, gang.
I was 10 years old, right? And I used to live in these apartments in Dallas. It was me, my brother, my older brother, my little brother, and then my 2 cousins, right? And we had this great idea of playing with fire. So we went to like to this corner. Keep in mind, these apartments have like a little bit of space between them. It's just like land, just like a little square of land. And we went against the fence, right? And I had this bright idea to start a fire on these dead vines, like along the fence or touching a tree. Now, we piled a little bit of sticks, right? We grab a little bit of paper. I light it up. I put it under the thing, right? And we're all just sitting around, right? We're just staring at the fire. And this fire started climbing up, right? And I was the one trying to put it out. But these motherfuckers just they they started running away. So I turned back. I looked back to the fire, like I was debating, should I run or should I stop it? Now, those few seconds were crucial because then the fire said, nah, fuck you. And it started spreading all over the fence, right? I was just looking up, just staring at it. The fire got onto the tree. Keep in mind, it was the middle of summer. If you live in Texas, you will know how hot that shit gets. Now, I ran away, right? And I was looking back. The fire caught the whole tree. Like the tree was gone, right? It was just bright. We that day we went back home, right? We went back home. We waited, till everything cooled down. We heard sirens and everything. We came outside. We peeked, right? There is at least 3 cop cars, and like either it was just 1 fire truck or 2. Now we peeked. We back inside, right? Then my cousins, they used to live across from us. They were just just around the area. And like the next day, we talked to the cousins, right? And they were saying something like, "Yeah, dude, we heard like some lady that was just watching us. She snitched on us, dude, and she said, yeah, there's like a couple of little kids just playing with fire. They caught us, but they didn't question us. They didn't take us in. They didn't say anything else. So I guess someone defended us. But to this day, we committed arson behind a store.